Good evening and welcome to the Sheila New Comedy Show. This is season 4, episode 4, Breaking News, a season of surprises. Bundle up and prepare for a cold burst of laughter. Visit our website at SheilaNewComedyShow.com, where you can become a sponsor, purchase merch, or show some financial support. Now let's show some love to our contributing partners, which are Inner She Yoga and Meditation, Ron Winston Entertainment, Lower Hill Production, Baby Night TV, and Sisat Legal. Major love to our sponsors, Wassy Dassy Bags and Accessories, 616 Studios, NYC, and Bella from the Heart. Let's give our amazing executive producers some love. Wanda Rose, Candice Murphy Sisat, and Sheila New. And we can't forget about Ronald Miller Jr., our associate producer. Now let's get into the rules of engagement, my favorite part. Remember, this is a live show, and if you break the rules, you just may become a part of the show. But for those of you who have been selected to be on the stage, please feel free to unmute and laugh during the show. And now it's time for the show that gives you more. We welcome you to laugh with us in season 4, featuring our dynamic duo co-hosts, Wanda Rose and Candice Murphy Sissack. The on-star, the amazing, the incomparable, the hilarious, your favorite auntie, Shelia.
Oh, we appreciate you, Jay, so much, and thank you for that. Hey, ladies, good evening. Before we get started, we want to welcome our latest and our greatest and our newest sponsor, Ernest the Artist. So if you hit that link at the top and go to our website, he is definitely on the page. You click his link, it'll take you straight to his Etsy account, and he has some very dope art. He is a Louisiana born and bred artist, so a lot of his art reflects that in his paintings and his tumblers and all the things is really dope. A very nice eclectic mix of art. So if you are art fanatic or if you want to start collecting art, definitely hit him up again. Welcome, Ernest the Artist, to our collaboration here at the Sheila New Comedy Show. We are so happy to have you, and I appreciate Wanda for finding. Wanda be finding everybody, honey. But yes, indeed. Go ahead. How y'all doing? Hey, Wanda. Hey, Candace. Good evening. I'm gonna get ready to put y'all in my ear. And hey, everybody. It's good to see y'all. And let me just start off by saying this before I get started. It's a whole lot of birthdays in this month. A lot of them happen to be my family members. Today, in particular, is one of my youngest cousins' birthday. She just turned, I want to say 15, but yeah, it might be 15. They'll correct me, maybe 13. Look, I'm getting old. They're getting old too, but they getting up there. So happy birthday to my big babies. And also my son's birthday is this month. So if he happens to listen to this recording at some time, happy birthday, big head. I love you so much. And happy birthday. And I'm so glad that you are here to celebrate and see another year. Honey, these children getting old, honey. So they gonna do what they gotta do. They in their 30s. So they gonna handle their business and do all the things, but it is so I'm glad that each and every one are able to see another year and partake in all the things that make them happy on their birthday. So I just wanted to get that out the way and shout that out real quick. But how are you ladies? How are you, Wanda? How are you, Candace?
I'm doing great. I know Candace excited tonight, so she's watching the fight.
Look, Candace,
Uh, so
I ain't gonna make me mad at you. I got my Netflix up too, so go on about your business.
but I think I'm having a great week. Hope you guys are too, and ready to have a great show. And can't wait to hear what you have to say tonight. Hey, let us hear a word from Sheila.
Man, listen. Whew. First of all, let me start here. Imma tap into my namaste right now because I know we all been on the neck of your butt. So if you would indulge me just a tad bit, take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it go. 'Cause baby, who the hell left the gate open is my first sentiment that I wanna say. But before we get into all of that, I wanna thank each and every one of y'all for being here. We hope that you laugh until you pee. That's always the goal. But please do not take anything we say. You could take it serious, but these are our views, how we express ourselves both creatively and intellectually. Just take it for what it's worth. We're not here to influence you one way or the other, but we're here to have open dialogue and dialect because this thing that has been going on in these United States of America, honey, has been something to really talk about. So yes, we have a lot going on, and it's only the freaking 15th of the month, and it's like all hell has broken out all over the place. And it's a little bit different. A lot of people have heavy hearts since after November 5th, that dreadful day. That it's a whole lot of stuff that happened that wasn't anticipated or expected. So I don't know what you believe in, who you pray to, how you worship, all the things. But if you believe in something that's higher than you, than greater than you, that you feel that can move mountains and take the faith the size of a mustard seed and make things happen, then please do make sure you send all that positive energy out into the universe. Cause baby, if we ain't needed more than now, we need it more than ever right here and right now, because there's a whole bunch going on. They didn't let the orange people take over, and now they starting to do some things, and it's just a whole lot. So I'm gonna try to stay on on track because my mind is going all over the place
Yeah.
because of all the things that's going on. Go ahead, Wanda.
Yeah, I think we need to start with a prayer. So I know you're gonna grace us with a great one. So just come on. You might not. So hopefully you gonna everybody, if you don't believe, you can just listen. But we're
Now
gonna
you want
start
a
with a prayer
serious?
tonight.
You want okay? So I'm gonna talk to God how I talk to God. Okay, is that okay? It's gonna be serious, but it's gonna be how I do. Because I feel like we all have our own relationship and I don't take the funk with y'all in the head. I definitely don't take the funk with him either. So let me just start by saying this. Father, you already know our hearts and our heads. We ask that you direct not just our minds, but our speech. I ask that you keep us at peace and grant us peace. But let people know if they cross the line, they can't get a peace. You know, we don't play. You know, I'm all up for the nuck if you buck, but I'm trying to stay on my namaste. But we ask that you be with all of us, cover all of us. We know that you didn't send your son for this shenanigans that's going on here, but at the same time, you said it would be some things that would happen that we may not understand or we may not always agree with, but I'm leaning on you versus my own understanding. So with that being said, we ask all of these things in your son's name who died so we can have life and have it more abundantly. Amen and amen and amen. And was that all right, Wanda? Because I can take it there, Chad.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. This is a season of surprises. We done had Cat Williams. We done had Shannon Sharp. So it's been a big year so far. And we had Diddy stuff. We don't know what's gonna be next. Now we had this election. It's just a lot going on.
I'm just saying, with all the stuff that is happening, okay, let's just start here. At the top of the year, right now, we 11 months in. At the top of the year, Cat already was sounding the alarm, but everybody thought he was just BSing. Wasn't nobody trying to take him seriously. But at the same time, you got to listen to people, especially if you don't travel in the circles that he traveled with. We can't say he was just talking just to be talking because it wasn't a whole lot of people refuting what he was talking about. Okay. He had a whole 2 hours or some change on the couch with a little bit of drink. He wasn't even hitting no weed for real, but he was telling you what it was. So we got to look at stuff a little bit differently. And the thing with Diddy, it's like the deeper it goes, the more the deeper the more stuff comes out, the deeper the rabbit hole goes. That's what I wanted to say. So it's Diddy. What happened? What didn't happen? Who was at parties? Who wasn't at parties? And why is Ray J finding himself all up in the middle of it? I think he just looking for clout right now because he ain't really doing nothing. He ain't producing no music. He ain't all this stuff. So now he want to say he in the mix, whether he was or he wasn't. But sometimes you just need to keep your mouth shut because all entanglement ain't good entanglement. In this particular entanglement, you may not want to find yourself in, especially if you plan on putting out some music later or whatever the case may be. Continue just being the dad that you are and focus on your stuff and your children and quit just trying to fan the flame because Nicki Minaj called them out on that stuff too. Like, why is you even availing yourself to all of this rhetoric and for what? You just trying to seek attention. If you are going through some things, it's a whole bunch of licensed counselors that'd be more than willing to charge you what they charge you for you to lay on the couch or sit in a chair or sit cross-legged on the floor to have a conversation. Stay out that man business. It's getting ready to be the holiday season. They already had the little baby girl sing happy birthday to him and he was on the phone because Lord knows he couldn't have been there in person, but that's another story. So as we take a breath, now here we are. We all was amped up. Everybody was rocking their blue, their chucks and their pearls. They was donning their green and pink and all the divine nine, no matter which one you was hailing from or whatever it was. Everybody was stomping with the big dogs and doing all the things. And it was beautiful, right? People was going to the polls, first time voters, all the things from Gen Zs to millennials to Gen Xers to the baby boomers and even to some of the older generation that is still with us. And then all of a sudden, the colors start changing. Everything that was clear, you had a few little blues here and there. Then it was like a whole wall of red just out of nowhere. Now, most of y'all know that right now I am in the great state of Michigan. And I'm going to tell you, for as long as I've lived here and I was born here and raised here, Michigan ain't never, ever been red. Okay?
It just is a one that's a one time for
No,
everybody. I wasn't surprised. I thought Michigan was gonna be red.
no,
I really
no.
did.
I don't know why, because we ain't never been ever. You gotta understand that the dynamics of this a blue collar state. Like a lot of people say that, but this is truly what it is. This is where grit happens. If you look at the Lions, that's what their one of their mantras is. It's the grit that keep us going. Why do they say that? Because the work in the plant for one of the big threes is one of the nastiest, dirty jobs that you could ever have. But people get in there because they get paid, they do what they do, but we hustlers, we grinders, we go getters. If we get knocked down, we get up and we keep swinging. It's a whole different air and the dynamic up here. So it's a lot of times white collar job people can identify with people who actually use their hands to do some work. So it surprised a lot of people, especially you got to think about it. One of the largest demographics of us is here. It's a whole bunch of things that hell, our governor is Democrat. The mayor of one of the biggest cities in this state is a Democratic mayor. So come on now. And he happened to be white in one of the blackest cities in America. So you got to make it make sense. So I'm not trying to get up here and get on my little soapbox. I'm just saying 1+1 right now ain't equaling 2. I don't care
You
how
don't
you.
think so? You don't I
Hell
think
no.
I mean, I think he won I think he won they won fair and square.
You really
I
think
think
that? I think you're
yeah.
being sarcastic. Go ahead with your
Yeah,
sarcasm.
yeah, yeah,
Candace,
I
come
mean,
on, Candace.
I think he won fair and square. Y'all just mad because they won.
Okay, so playing devil's advocate, right? Oh, go ahead, Candace. I'm a
One,
mute.
we need to look at the evidence, the comments that were made prior to the election. The comments that were made. Number one, if you vote this time, you don't have to worry about voting again ever.
That
Number,
part.
number two, we already have all the votes we need. You don't have to worry about voting.
That
You
part.
see what I'm saying?
I think they just misspoke their words. They didn't really mean that. They were trying to just say, "We think we gonna win." That's what they meant. They didn't really mean they weren't implying
See, that's
anything.
why her ass laughing because she playing devil's advocate right now.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
gotta let her play the devil's advocate because I already know where her heart is and where it lies. But for entertainment purposes,
No, it's like sometimes in life, you can go to school and you start off as an F student the whole year. And that one final exam, that's all you need is that one final exam. Like in law school, you get one test at the end. And that's what happened. And he got an A on the final exam.
girl, it ain't that
That's
many
that fact.
A's in this world. Okay, it's not that many A's. It ain't that many asses on this planet for him to just turn around and do all of what has been done. But look, it's a whole. But I'll just say this, and most of y'all in here have that old school hood philosophy like me. So that's why y'all come, and that's why I love when y'all do. Cause y'all understand, we just here chopping it up, doing the thing. Again, we not here to influence you one way or the other. Everybody have their own thoughts about it, right? And I'm not by far a conspiracy theorist. I don't get involved. I don't have time. Number one, that's just too much brain power to be wasting. But I will say this part right here. What happens in the dark, okay, comes to light. It has to. It can't stay in the dark. It can't be contained.
Well,
Go ahead.
in her concession speech, she already gave us the message. She said,
Hello.
you can see the wait, you can what is it? You can in the
You can
dark
see the stars in
stars
the
in the
darkest
dark
part.
in the
Yeah.
darkest you
Yeah.
can see the stars in the what is it in the darkest something. You can see the
Yeah.
stars. I can't remember the rest. You can see the stars in the when it's dark outside, basically.
When it's at the darkest point, right? Because if you live in an urban area, like most of us do, you can't see the stars because of all the air pollution that even happens at night, right? Because you got the street lights and all the things, the lights from the building, all of that stuff. But if you go somewhere where it's more country, not urban, but more rural, then the darker it gets, the brighter the lights are in the sky or the brighter the stars are. So we got the message. And like she said, we gonna continue to what? FIGHT. However you take that, but y'all understood the message, you understood the assignment. Y'all have y'all orders just like when he be throwing out his little subliminal messages. Cause it's been a lot of people, as y'all know, since the election happened. If we took a poll in here today, how many people know somebody who has children, young people that are in HBCUs or more urban areas that got that infamous text message that came through talking about get your shit together because we gonna come pick y'all up so y'all can come pick this cotton. I wish you know what would. Did y'all hear about that? I know Wanda, me and you talked about it,
Yeah.
Candace. Didn't it?
I did hear that. I
Yeah,
did.
yeah. It's been a lot going on, a lot of messages. I get my news from the TikTok news station. TikTok news station. Her concession seat they said was a roadmap plan. That was a message to the people. People really deciphering everything that happens right now, and we hope that there is a message somewhere, and it's gonna because this got to stop because it's going far.
It's hard to stop because look at who he's appointing and the types of people he's appointed to or wants to appoint for positions of leadership or for better lack of a better term, positions of power. Some people who don't have just like him, no political background, but yet and still you can be the president of these United States. We got to ask ourselves, how are we looking to the rest of the country, the rest of the world that say, "Oh, America is the greatest place, democracy, this and the freedom." And if you really think about it, even if you listen to the national anthem and before they condensed it and cut down all the words, it wasn't the best song on this planet. It's a whole lot of underlining messages. And somebody who's talking about cutting education and services that people need that have children with special needs and all of these things. We got to think about it. Even if people thought they was play pimping and said, we just going to do it for the hell of it and it's going to be funny. And now all of a sudden it ain't funny no more. It's just okay. It's a lot of people who don't realize that the Affordable Care Act is not just, it was called or coined Obamacare. It's not Obamacare, it's the Affordable Care Act. And a lot of them people, I'm gonna call them just people, have that as insurance. Now they're trying to scratch their head and figure out they're talking about cutting it. No, it's getting rid of Obamacare. Affordable Care Act ain't the same thing, isn't it, doofus? Like, y'all don't read the damn book. Who the hell left the gate open? I'm really trying to understand what's going on.
Yeah,
People,
but
it's go ahead.
I think lot of people, they said treated it like a sporting event. Let's see who win, let's see who lose, and now they realizing what it really meant. And the most Googled phrase last week was, "How could I change my vote?" That was the most Googled phrase
Yeah, but you
last week.
can't change it. And there's so many people on there that sit up there and be like, this ain't psych your mind, let your booty shine. We ain't kids. We ain't throwing rocks at somebody's window and running or ringing the doorbell and running or calling the phone, talking about is your refrigerator running. This ain't that. This is not that. When we say they not like us and people need to pick up a book, even if you don't want to pick up a book to turn the pages, download Audible. Matter of fact, you can catch this podcast on that too. But I'm just saying, download something to create some more wrinkles in your brain to learn a thing of three and quit listening to Ray and them or Junebug and Jimmy Joe or whoever. Quit listening to them because they don't know. And now all of a sudden, when your medicine and your insurance and all of this stuff getting ready to get cut, now you sit up there scratching your head and your ass at the same time trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Or what happened is you colored in the wrong bubble on your little sheet of paper. Yes, you thought you was I'm gonna make a stand for America. Okay, now here you go, Billy Joe. Do your thing. Handle your business. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. I digress. We don't go ahead. You got some more
Uh,
on the
yeah, I mean, I felt since last week like we're being punked, and we're in an episode of Scandal, the TV show. Remember this TV show Scandal? That was really
I
good.
do.
I feel like we're in an episode, and I really feel like we're being punked, and we're gonna wake up any minute and gonna be like, "Yeah, joke."
Yeah, nah, this gonna be the longest nap in the world. You got 4 years and some change to be asleep and wait for somebody to pop out and say, yeah, we was just playing. No, we in it
I
right
mean,
now.
the
For
thing is,
real,
all
for
of this
real.
controversial, and nobody likes it. Some people like it, some people love it, but it does ultimately show that we're a democratic country. The United States is democratic, because in other countries, this has happened. All hell would break loose. We'd be having people fighting in the street. In another country, it happened like this. So it does show our democracy. We may not like it, but that's who won as of right now. That's who won the election.
Absolutely. Whether you like it or not, whether you voted or not, whether you voted green or what other party you decided to do, express yourself. Whatever you decided to do, number one, is your right. So sometimes we won't always the outcome. It's just going to a sporting event. You got your team, you wear your team's colors, all the things. And if your team don't win, you feel a certain kind of way. And if the rival team fans are there, you might get in a little a friendly exchange, let's just call it, with them because that's part of the sportsmanship and being in that environment and all the things. But at the same time, you get another chance or your team gets another opportunity to make a go at it, right? But the next time they play, they get another chance to win. And when it comes down to politics, the next game is 4 years, and it's a long time. Like I said, whatever faith you hold on to, whatever it is that gets you through your rough days, your tough moments, or whatever the case may be, just make sure you take that time out. So I'm gonna piggyback on what I said the last time in October when before the election. I'm gonna say it this time because I think it's so important, especially because we coming up on the holiday season too. Take care of your mental health. Make sure that you take time out to talk to people. And if you got to unplug sometimes and get off social media and take time out for yourself, make sure you do that. That's so serious right now. because it's a lot of people that's leaving here. Stress really kills people. Like your heart can't take all of that. And sometimes you got to just tune it out, black it out, find something else to do, immerse yourself into something fun, try a new recipe, go out, go skating, go for a nice walk, whatever the case may be. If you a gym rat and you never tried kickboxing or shadow boxing, hit a bag. Let some of that aggression out. But whatever it is, just don't get so caught up into what all of these people are saying and doing. And if you don't take nothing else, laugh and allow those endorphins to just free flow through your body and do all the things that you need to do for yourself, because we can get bogged down in what is going on. And check on your friends who don't nothing bother them. Check on your strong friends. Have the conversations with people that want to talk about it. But if you're not in an emotional space to talk about it, just let them know you'll circle back around to them on that, because not only do you have this part going on, the economy is still not leveled out enough that a lot of people getting stressed out right around this time of year, because tis the season that people want to spend all this money and buy all this stuff so they could say their kids had a good Christmas. Because somewhere along the line, we started equating, Christmas and commercialism together, and it's about how big your tree is and how many presents under there and all of that, and everybody going in debt trying to buy this. Honey, look, if like I know you celebrate all year round, because you know what, anytime you can wake up and them eyes pop open and you still draw breath, it gives you another opportunity to to be better than you was yesterday. You can buy presents anytime. Ask me, I buy stuff on the on a regular basis. I don't wait till no one day a year to stress myself out to be talking about, oh, it's Christmas and I'm a back in the night. Then I got the Christmas bills after the holiday. I ain't doing all of that, but I digress. Okay, what else we got? I done
Well, I just want
go out of that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
speaking of mental health, when you look last week, they noted that the news stations, so like MSNBC and CNN, their viewership is down. And I found it interesting because you talked to a lot of people and they said they haven't watched the news since the elections. And it's showing that people really
Mm-hmm.
have been burnt out and they just want to take a break. And people are upset. So they just like, I'm not going to watch the news because they're
Yeah.
upset. So they just been taking a break. So I think people are doing that. Another thing that's happening is people are having, there have been breakups. A lot of breakups have happened between people been divorcing their husbands. On the TikTok news, they got people talking about they about to go divorce their husbands
Mm.
because they didn't vote right. Are they scared that later on they're not gonna be able to do it? There's a lot going on. So when you go on a date, you might not want to be talking about who you voted for.
I think that's not no question that you need to be asking first off rip anyway. When, like I told y'all, I'm gonna take it all the way back from the very first episode that we ever did. When you sitting up here in these 21st century times, honey, and however you want to date and however you want to spend the block on dating, and you meet somebody, boy meets girl, go la la, and all of this. He's saying sweet words, she's saying sweet words. Take your sweet word ass to the doctor's office, especially before your health spending plan expires before the end of the year, and get a physical, both of y'all, and get checked out. He pee in the cup, you pee in the cup. They draw his blood, they draw your blood. Test some stuff out. Take your butt to the doctor's office. That's a nice first date. Then that way you know what you're getting into. He know what he getting into, and we can ask all them other political, religious, and money questions, credit score, all of that after all of that. Because first, let's make sure that everybody's healthy. How about that? Let's make sure that everybody clean and you ain't got no packages that he don't know nothing about, or he or she don't know nothing about, because ain't nobody talking about, hey, because I ain't talked to nobody in 3 years. Have you ever heard of the word dormant? It's a lot of stuff that lay dormant in your body that don't appear off rip. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure that you asking all of these questions in the beginning Don't be sitting up here just doing all the things. You got to make sure that you on top of your stuff. So make sure your first date is at the doctor's office. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. Y'all get to see each other in ways that nobody has never seen anybody before. And if you get pushed back, then that means that ain't your back. That ain't what you want. If somebody arguing about going and not being healthy and all this stuff, and they fussing with you, but they want to get down and lay down, baby, listen, y'all better start acting like y'all know. Quit playing. We in the 21st century. This stuff, look, this diseases out here, we can't pronounce nor spell. So quit playing with y'all stuff. And quit doing it. Let's not do it. Thank you. Go ahead. What else you got?
I think it's
Go
funny.
ahead.
You're not supposed to talk about politics in the office at work.
Mm-hmm.
Or you don't just go in the store and ask people like, who did you vote for? Because
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm sure people would walk around in public and at work wondering, looking at people like, I wonder how they voted.
Sometimes you ain't even gotta you can see how they voted by how the way they talk or how cautious they are. Or sometimes people wanna make you feel good because they look at your skin color and they automatically assume they think they know how you voted, right? Because of how you look. So a lot of times I just don't understand what happened. I don't engage in them conversations again because I'm out here protecting my mental health. I ain't got time to be number one. If I don't know you and you a stranger, that means I mean nothing to you. You mean nothing to me. We ain't gonna have this back and forth. Even if we work together, we ain't having that back and forth. Matter of fact, I don't even have the people that I work with anyway. I'm there to get that money, and that's it. If we happen to click or some other stuff along the way, and it's some organic stuff, that's a whole different level. But other than that, I'm just there for the same reason they did. I'm here to clock in, get this money, clock out. Make sure that you spell my name right and my direct deposit go in the way it's supposed to with no problems. And you know what? Don't nobody move, nobody gets hurt. That's how that goes. We ain't having them conversations. I don't want to know. It's just I don't know. I don't need to know who you worship and all that stuff. Like all of them things, I hold that to be truthful. I don't have them conversations with people I work with because they always start unnecessary. And ain't nobody got time for that at all. Just like the potlucks. And I'm so, ooh, baby, if I had never been happier right now to be working remotely, baby, it's the best thing in the world. Cause that potlucks, office potlucks, I do not miss at all. Cause everybody can't cook. I don't care. If you can't boil water, if your rice don't come out right, if your grits ain't smooth and creamy, and all the things, baby, I don't want it. I just don't want it. I ain't got
See,
time. Go ahead.
I wonder what would you bring to office pie? If you were going to office potluck, what would you bring? Because no, I know you're a great cook. So what would you bring?
Oh, she got jokes. She got jokes.
Yes, you do.
I always do dessert.
You buying it? Are you cooking it?
That's
You buying it? Or
good.
you cooking the dessert?
I'm buying it. What do you think this is?
She gonna
Did
get the
did y'all hear
pre-made
about
jerky.
that office that this company had a potluck and like 65 people got sick?
I can imagine.
Yeah,
I'm
65 people
sure.
got sick. Somebody cooked something that was not good.
Yeah, cause they probably cause everybody don't watch that. Look, you can tell at work, real talk, how they come out that bathroom. If they run that water for 2 seconds, they ain't put no soap on there.
You not kidding.
You can tell by the way they hair, their clothes, even their shoes. Baby, it's so many precursors to how why you don't want to be a part of the partner crew at work. It's just too much. There's too many bad signals going up in the air. And it would behoove you to pay attention because baby, ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody. And the food poisoning, from what I understand, I've never had it, never experienced it, don't want to, but I heard it's no fun at all. And for these people, now don't get it twisted. I love pets. Like I'm a dog person. I used to have dogs and all the things, right? I love them. But my dogs knew don't be in my kitchen. It's a no. And it's a lot of people, you can tell when they come to work if they have pets and what kind of pets they have because of the hair they be caught up in their clothes. Or if you talk to them long enough or even listen to the conversation, oh, little Chefy, was this in the kitchen on the cabinets? And I was trying to make my tuna. And he must have mistaken it for cat food and he was all in it. But they eating the tuna fish sandwich while they're telling you the story about the tuna. So yeah, I'm good on that. I pass. And go ahead.
I was gonna say, so why don't you tell us your top 5 things for this election season and Thanksgiving that we need to remember?
The top 5 things is one, always ask who made whatever. Right? Even in your family, because everybody in your family can't cook. And it ain't no secret. You know that auntie, that uncle, you know that cousin that always want to be trying new shit right around this time. This ain't the time to be experimenting with no new stuff. If you ain't never cooked it before Thanksgiving or Christmas, don't try it. This ain't the time to try it. I think I said this last year too, so that still holds true this year as well. Don't try it right now. If you want to try some new stuff, try it in between and then try it as a single serving, meaning that you serve yourself and you figure it out because you may find out that you got to tweak it along the way. And because you see all these recipes and people cooking stuff on the Toxitics and the Grams and and the Book of Faces, and that don't mean that you get to try that and try it out on your family. Let's not do that. So let's not do that. That's number one. Number two, don't talk about politics around your family members because you might find some stuff out that you didn't know about your family. So just leave that, at the door. This is supposed to be a time of joyous occasions, a celebration, giving thanks for what we do have and all of that good stuff. Good food, good friends, good vibes. So make sure you keep it. And if you dating and you just started dating this new person, don't bring him or her around your family. It's too soon. You know how your family get. Once y'all get that brown in you or that light in you, or you get to blowing them trees, you know how y'all get loose and how y'all get it. So this might not be the environment for no new person. So we want to set a good example. So don't do that. No new person, no new meal. Make sure you show up on time and make sure you wash everything before you go, right? That means your butt, your clothes. Make sure you good, you presentable. Do what you gotta do. And your kids too. If you bring your children, and especially if they're under they depend on you to make sure that they're good and make sure they straight and talk to them before you get over there, cause kids are like little parrots. If you done said something about your Aunt JoJo and Uncle Theodore or whatever, you don't want your kids to repeat it, you might wanna have a little conversation with them before y'all get in the car and say, "Don't say what mommy said or don't say what daddy said about these people out loud," because if not, you're gonna, make sure that it's gonna be a fight on the family. And if you playing spades, make sure you get you a partner that love to win. Cause you know me, and if we sitting at the spades table, I like to sit down for a long time. I ain't no fight or flight at the spades table. So make sure you can play some good cards and play some good music and eat some good food. So that's my take on that. What else you got?
I think just to add to the list, people gotta remember, don't trust the polls because the poll said one thing and something else happened. So we know we can't trust the polls next time. And politicians come and go, so life will go on. We will figure this out and we will fight.
That's it. That's it. That would be it. And if you hold on to those things, y'all will be all right. Now let's get into a little bit of this football. Candace, I know that you love it. What's going on with your coach Prime Time?
Man, Coach Prime, his team has made a bowl. They're gonna play in a bowl. So you gotta have 6 games. They won their 6 games. They're gonna be in a bowl.
I'm excited. And then you know what else they did? Did you hear about what Colorado posted? They did a poster with Shakur and a sign that said Heisman Trophy winner. So they
What?
already saying that they want him to be the Heisman Trophy. They think he should win. But I think it's amazing what he's done in 2 years at Colorado.
Oh yeah. definitely, definitely. And they asked him if he was gonna go coach the NFL. They say he been talking to Jerry Jones, so it's probably a rumor. I don't think he gonna leave Colorado.
Well, honey, what Dallas need more than prime time right now. They need all the prayers
Oh,
in
I
the
know,
world because they breakfast stop right now. That's it. They not the Dallas Cowboys of old right now. They suck
They
right now.
really suck.
So to
They
all the
suck.
Cowboy fans that listen to this podcast, we sorry, but we not at the same time. Y'all suck right now. So, but definitely let me give a big shout out to those Detroit Lions City because baby, we used to have one of the worst records in the league for a long time. But now, baby, when I say they have restored the roar, we was down in Houston. It was like touch and go. And the only reason why I watch football at all is because of my dad. And baby, I have to flick through the channel. They have me pacing. I'd be like stressed out about it. I'm like, look, y'all is doing too much, but they are definitely doing a good job. Shout out to the Houston Texans though, because they definitely gave them a run for their money when we played last week, but we still came through in the end because my boy Jake Bates to kick that field goal, baby. That foot is definitely it should be insured for sure. So so shout out to the whole NFL and to all the teams, especially whatever division. If your team has always rolled the bottom or somewhere in the middle, but they is kicking it just like Philly doing real. The Eagles doing extremely well this season. I think even the Ravens doing pretty good, and even the Washington Commanders, even though that's not my team, but they have a pretty decent record, So shout out definitely to the DMV area. Y'all doing y'all thing. So I don't know what the Saints doing this year.
They won their last game, but I'm not a big football fan. I really not like Candace, but I do watch it sometimes. Cause
Okay.
if you know Candace, you don't call her doing football, basketball.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't.
sacred time. I ain't mad at it. That's sacred because that basketball season, that's definitely me, especially because both of my babies, my older two, play basketball. So I'm definitely a sports mom, and I played ball in school and ran track. Believe it or not, I did all of those things. That's why I like working out because my body is saying that's what it needs. So I got to make sure I stay on top of it. But yeah, but during this time, it's a beautiful time. Make sure while y'all eating and drinking and giving thanks, I'm pretty sure all y'all gonna be at somebody playing on Thanksgiving Day. That's a tradition. It always has been. It ain't gonna stop now. Make sure y'all be around and doing all y'all little things. And of course, we know that Mike Tyson is fighting tonight. He's actually 57.
I thought he was 58. He actually looks
No,
really good. He looks
yeah, he
really
looks
good.
good. Yeah, but I don't. He grabbed his. Yeah, he
I
doing
saw that.
that's too much. But anyway,
I saw that. I saw that.
we ain't
I
need to
saw
see all of that. You already
I
came
thought it
in
was
with your
just
baby
I
drawers
thought it was
on.
just me. I thought it was
No,
me.
it ain't just you. Yeah, no, I seen that too. I said you done came in with your little baby drawers on. We don't need you. You ain't need to grab it. We can see, sir. Thank you, but you ain't. You know, I'm not impressed, Mr. Tyson. I'm just saying.
I don't really know what that was
See.
about.
Nah,
But I thought
yeah, I don't
that.
know either. But dudes need to not signal. That's a signal, right? So don't do that because immediately I start getting all kind of different ideas. I'm like, why is he doing that? Because, dude, if it's there, we gonna see it and how it's laying and all the things. We can see like you don't need to grope yourself in public and all of that. But yeah, he did it. I thought maybe his little drawers was too tight because he sure came out with the little trunks on. I'm like, Lord have mercy. They ain't had none in his size. I don't even understand what's been going on. So yeah,
But he does look good. And hopefully the fight lasts more than 5 minutes. Candace, how
that
long you think the
part.
fight gonna last?
I have no idea.
Because people gonna be mad. Netflix really gonna be the one who get mad because they don't spend all that money with all the promotion and stuff. But y'all know if he the Mike Tyson of old, then you already know it ain't gonna go past 5 rounds. It
Yeah,
might not even go past one. Real talk.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna get a lot of views tonight. I know that.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna watch it. And Netflix got to be able to pay for something around here. Pay for what's that? And they take their money every month. We got to be able to benefit from this. But Mike is one of the reasons the coin, the one hitter quitters. He definitely got that kind of power behind his punch. We hope that it does, that they give us something to really watch and have fun looking at and all that stuff.
Just
So
speaking of watching TV, have you guys been watching Saturday Night Live? They've been killing it.
I don't know because I be asleep.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You go to bed at 8 o'clock. You go to bed at eight
Yes,
o'clock.
I do.
But
And yes.
Saturday Night Live did 2 sketches, one before the election that was really good with Kamala Harris, and then they did another and Maya Randolph that was really good, and then they did another one after the election that was really good. They spoofed Elon Musk and President Trump elect, and it was really good.
I have to catch the little snippets at one point, but yeah, no, I used to be back in the day. That used to definitely be one of my favorite shows to watch, especially when they had a lot of old school comedians on there. Improv on stage, it's like it's a different medium altogether, but I love it, especially when you get the right chemistry of people together and you get to feed off each other and you can just work off the top of your dome. It's like one of the best little rushes that you get, and I love it because they're live and you can catch people off guard, and they really be trying to hold their laughter in. It's fun to watch, but at the same time, you got to be up on your toes because anything can happen at any moment. And a lot of that stuff, you might have a base for it, but it's not always scripted. But they did. I did catch the one before the election, and the young lady who mirrored Kamala Harris, she did do a great job in playing her, and it was fun to watch her be human at the same time. And I think that's no matter who you vote for, no matter even if it's on your local level, make sure you choose people who mirror you. Real talk. That's going to make sure that you're good, the issues that you care about, the causes that you care about, especially if you're community focused and you care about the places where you live, make sure that you pick people that are going to carry out those tasks for you. I think that's more important than anything else, that we want to make sure that we stay on top of that as much as we possibly can. But other than that, I think we covered pretty much everything. Happy holidays too. We won't see y'all until after Thanksgiving. We'll have a lot to talk about right before the Christmas holiday. So make sure if y'all eat well, if you're around your family, hug on your family, tell them you love them because you never know if it's going to be your last time or not. So make sure that the people that you care about in your life know how it is that you feel. And because it'll be December when we do it again. So definitely shout out to my girl Maya. Her birthday is at the end of this month. She is hitting a milestone. It ain't my business to tell y'all how old she will be, but she definitely is hitting a milestone this month. So a happy early birthday, beautiful. I hope that you have the most amazing day because you definitely deserve it. You're a wonderful business owner and a mother. So definitely. And I hope them babies do you right for your birthday and your family too. Definitely have a great time. Before I go into the last word, Wanda or Candace, do y'all have anything before we let the people out and the sermon is over?
I think you've covered it all. Thank you so much.
No, I just want to hear a word from Sheila News. So Candace can go watch Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it with her. Oh, matter of fact, before I get into it, Candace, did we try the cookie juice? Oh,
You gonna get me. Okay, I'm gonna report back
see.
in December.
Yeah, okay, because this one might be Thanksgiving. And by the time you crack it, it's probably gonna be too fermented and
Well, I tell you,
gonna
this
take you up
month
out of here. What's up?
they make some gummies that are really good.
You know what? And okay, we're gonna have a sidebar
Yes,
definitely after that.
yes.
Okay, yes, we are all for the things that come from the earth. Okay, we are holistic around this space. Okay, so let me let y'all know. Yes, we are friendly for all the things that are now legal. So get y'all business, honey, because and people been doing this. If y'all thought the peace pipe had tobacco in it, you better be ashamed of yourself. panic because it had more than that. That's why you was at peace because it came from the earth. So I started out with the deep breath. And we're going to end with one, too. So let me just say this. No matter what has happened within this last 30, 40, 60 days, leading up before the election, and now we're post election, right? No matter what has happened, it happened. Hold on to what you know that is right for you and your family. Understand that we might not all see things the same way, and that's cool. That is what makes us beautiful as individuals. Because I don't want to always sit in a room, just like the three of us. We sit up here every month. We don't always agree. Wanda showed a great display of that at the top of the show, being the devil's advocate. But I know her heart, Candace's as well. We don't always have to see things the same way, but we are respectful to one another when we have these conversations, no matter what they are. So do that for you. Do that for your family, no matter what that looks like. Handle your business. Keep doing what you do. And if somebody get in your way, tell them, do they remember what happened in Montgomery, Alabama with them chads? They don't want this smoke. I promise you they don't. They just like to hear themselves talk, but don't get drawn in because a lot of people gonna test your gangster. Not just for the rest of this year, but they're gonna test your gangster for the next 4 years and some change. Matter of fact, I'm holding my gangster strong until January 2029, okay? When the new person is inducted into the House of White. But regardless of what's going on, make sure you laugh a lot, love on your family a lot. Because there's a lot of people leaving here and they don't even know how you feel. So take that time out and make sure that you let this holiday season be thankful for you and what you do have. Don't focus on what they got going on. That's what they want you to do. It's called throwing the rock and hat in your hand. We ain't getting caught up with all of that. We got a job to do and we have missions to accomplish. Whether you a business owner, whether you work for somebody, whatever it is that you do, make sure that you stay focused on what you need to be focused on. And don't worry about what they say because again, like I always say, who the hell is they? And why do you even care what their opinion is anyway? They don't want this smoke. I promise you they don't. So make sure that y'all handle your business, have fun, laugh a lot, watch this fight, watch the games, whatever makes you happy. At the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. And make sure, let me just say this. Keep checking our website because just like everybody else, we having a Black Friday sale too. So get y'all some Sheila New Comedy Show merch. Y'all continue to support the show, support our dang, what I want to say, it just left my mind just like that. Support our sponsors, no matter what it is that they do, whether they're the artists, whether they have a cookbook, whether they sell facial stuff, whatever it is that they do, support. As long as we support each other, we are in here together because we can do great things. We done seen it and we're going to continue to see it. So keep doing whatever it is you need to do. But no matter what, stand your ground, stand firm, and don't let them people knock you off your square. You too fly for that. Remember, I said it. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Peace.
Bye.